Hello everyone, I am Mohammad Ahmad Qureshi, working as an assistant professor in Civil Engineering Department at RNG Patel Institute of Technology, Bardoli. Today, we will learn mechanics of solid subject and in which we will go for coplanar concurrent forces chapter and in that we will learn about Lami's theorem. So, what is Lami's theorem? What does it states? And how to calculate the resultant, or we may say that the forces and its direction due to Lami's theorem. Now, it states that if three coplanar forces coplanar means in the same plane. If all the three forces are in the same plane and acting at a point, this is our first force P, second force Q, and third force R. All the three coplanar forces are acting at a point B in equilibrium. Then each force is proportional to the sine of angle between the other two. So we may write this P upon sine Q upon sine and R upon sine. What does it states? It states that each force is proportional to the sine of angle between the other two. Suppose here we have P force in first case, so P upon the sine of angle between the other two means the opposite direction. So here P upon sine alpha. Second is Q. So Q force is proportional to the sine of angle between the other two means this angle. So Q upon sine beta and R upon sine of angle between the other two means here gamma. So this will be your gamma. This is your Lami's theorem. If three coplanar forces P, Q, and R acting at a point B in equilibrium, then each force is proportional to the sine of angle between the other two. So simple formula for this is P upon sine alpha equals to Q upon sine beta equals to R upon sine gamma. We will go for its proof. Now, here three forces are there P, Q, and R, and acting at point O. Let the opposite angles to the three forces are alpha, beta, and gamma. Now, we have to draw two lines. First of all, line OA, which is equals to force P, and line OB, which is equals to force Q, to some scale and meeting both line at point O. Now, we have to complete the parallelogram O A C B with OA as two adjacent sides, OA and OB as two adjacent sides, and OC as a diagonal. So this will be your diagonal. Now In triangle OAC, means this triangle, first triangle. In triangle OAC, according to sine rule, first of all, we will write over here. We are talking about triangle OAC. So in this triangle, according to sine rule, what we will get? OA upon sine of angle ACO equals to CA upon sine of angle COA equals to OC upon sine of angle OAC. Give as equation number 1. Now, angle ACO will be ACO will be equals to 180 minus alpha. Now, angle COA will be equals to 180 minus beta. Hence, your angle OAC, means this angle, will be calculated over here. So, what is your angle ACO? It is 180 degree minus alpha. Angle COA will be 180 degree minus beta, and angle OAC will be 180 degree minus angle ACO minus angle COA. So after putting the value of ACO as 180 minus alpha and angle COA as 180 minus beta, and after solving the value, you will get the angle OAC as 180 degree minus gamma. Now, substituting all these values of angle ACO as 180 minus alpha, angle COA as 180 minus beta, and angle OAC as 180 minus gamma in this equation, you will get OA upon sine alpha equals to CA upon sine beta equals to OC upon sine gamma. So, what is OA? OA is nothing but P force. What is CA? CA is nothing but your Q force. And what is OC? OC is nothing but your R. So, this is the proof of Lamis theorem. Simply just remember the formula P upon sine alpha equals to Q upon sine beta equals to R upon sine gamma. Now we will go for first example of Lamis theorem. A sphere weighing 10 Newton. So here a sphere is there and it is weighing 10 Newton is hanged as shown in figure. Find the tension in the rope, means we have to calculate the tension in the rope and the reaction of the wall, this direction. So first of all, we will plot the free body diagram for the given system. So here your C is your center point. So here I will denote as C point. So at C point, 10 Newton is in downward direction. So I will first locate 10 Newton over here. Then the reaction of wall, we have to remove the support and hence the reaction will be in this direction. So this will be your reaction. Then the tension is in upward direction. Hence, I am indicating the tension over here in upward direction. So, here, this is your first quadrant, this is your second quadrant, this is your third quadrant, and this is your fourth quadrant. So angle between the R and 10 Newton is 90 degree. Angle between this R and plus Y axis is 90 degree. And here the angle is given as 30 degree. Total is 90. Hence the remaining will be 60 degree. Now we have to apply the Lami's theorem. As the Lami's theorem itself states that if three coplanar forces, here three coplanar forces are 10 Newton, R and T, and then each force is proportional to the sine of angle between the other two. So first of all, we will write here T upon sine equals to R upon sine equals to 10 upon sine. So this is your T force, and according to Lami's theorem, the angle between the T point is the 90 degree. So here T upon sine 90, and here we are going for R force. So according to the sine rule, for this R force, it is proportional to the sine of angle between the other two. So sine of angle between the other two means this angle. So 60, and this will be a 90. So 60 plus 90 degree. So you will get as 150 degree. And lastly, 10, this force and the sine of angle between the other two means this angle. So this will be 90 plus 30, which is 120 degree. We have to calculate the tension in the string as well as the reaction of the wall. Since we know these values, this is nothing but one equation, A equals to B equals to C. As C is known for us and A and B are unknown, so we may write A equals to C and B equals to C. So now we will go for T upon sine 90 degree equals to 10 upon sine 120 degree, and R upon sine 150 degree equals to 10 upon sine 120 degree. So here you will get the value of T after calculation, that is sine 90 degree into 10 upon sine 120 degree. So you will get here the value of T as 11.55 Newton, and value of R will be 10 into sine 150 degree upon sine 120, that is R you will get as 5.77 Newton. So by this way, by using the Lami's theorem, you can easily calculate the tension or the reaction in the rope or wall. Now we will go for second example. What is given in second example? A load of 100 kilonewton is hung by means of a rope attached to a hook in horizontal ceiling. So this is your horizontal ceiling, and in horizontal ceiling, a load of 100 kilonewton is hung by means of a rope. Now, what horizontal force should be applied means we have to calculate this horizontal force. What horizontal force should be applied so that the ropes make 60 degree with the ceiling means we have to draw this figure for the same condition. Means we have to calculate the horizontal force that we have to apply And in such case, your rope, that is T1, tension in the rope or string, makes 60 degree with the ceiling. This is your horizontal ceiling. Draw the FBD, that is free body diagram, and calculate the horizontal force and tension in the rope. Means after plotting the free body diagram, we have to calculate the horizontal force and tension for the figure shown in B. And then also calculate the minimum force required. Minimum force required means the force must be perpendicular to the rope. Then and then only you will get the minimum force. What I had told you, the force must be perpendicular to the rope. Means here, suppose this is your P force and it should be perpendicular to the rope, to the tension in the string, or you may say that the rope that is attached to a hook through ceiling. If the angle of the rope with ceiling remains 60 degree, and the angle will also remain as 60 degree only. So first of all, we will go for horizontal force. Means what horizontal force should be applied so that the rope makes 60 degree with the ceiling. Means here we will go for figure number 2. So here P1 force is required. So your first case, horizontal force we had assumed as P1, and we have to find the required P1. So in such case, what will happen? This is your P1 force. So applying Lami's theorem, P1 upon sine, then T1 force, T1 upon sine equals to 100 kilo Newton. So 100 upon sine. So applying Lami's theorem, P1, so the angle between the other two means this angle. Okay, so we have to plot the free body diagram for figure number B. This is your P1 force and tension in the rope, that is T1. Then this force is given as 100 kilo Newton, and the tension makes 60 degree with the horizontal x-axis. This will be your 90 degree. This will be 90 degree, and this angle will be also 90 degree, and this will be 30 degree. So now we are going for P1 force. So the P1 will be the sine of angle between the other two, means this portion. So 60 plus 90. So here you will get sine 150 degree. Then for calculating T1, so the angle between the other two means this. So it will be your 90 degree, and 100 upon. So we are going for this force, that is 100 Newton force. So the other two will be this 30 plus 90. So this will be your 120 degree. And A equals to B equals to C concept. That is, this is known for us, but P1 is unknown as well as T1 is unknown. So we may write as P1 upon sine 150 equals to 100 upon sine 120, and T1 upon sine 90 degree equals to 100 upon sine 120 degree. So sine 150 into 100 divided by sine 120. So you will get P1 as 57.74 kilonewton, and T1 equals to sine 90 into 100 divided by sine 120. So T1 equals to 115.47 kilonewton. So this is our horizontal force, that is P1 equals to 57.74 kilonewton, that should be applied so that the ropes make 60-degree with the ceiling. Now we will go for second concept, that is we have to calculate the minimum force required if the angle of the rope with ceiling remains 60-degree. So this is our free body diagram for the general figure, 100 kilonewton. Your P2 force, as P1 is already calculated for the first condition, so I will write over here as P2 as the minimum force, and we have to calculate the minimum force, and hence in such condition your force must be perpendicular to the rope. And if the angle of the rope with ceiling remains 60-degree, angle of the rope with the ceiling remains 60-degree. Hence, the minimum force P2 must be perpendicular to the rope. Therefore, we will go for Lami's theorem. P2 upon sine equals to T2 upon sine equals to 100 upon sine. So for this force P2, the angle will be the, here 60, and this angle will be your 90 degrees. So here P2 upon sine 150. Now for T2, the angle between the other two forces, so this angle 90 and this will be your 30. So 90 plus 30 will be 120, and lastly 100, the angle between the other two. So this angle will be your 90-degree. So here sine 90. Here A equals to B equals to C. Therefore P2 equals to sine 150-degree equals to 100 upon sine 90-degree, and T2 upon sine 120-degree equals to 100 upon sine 90-degree. So your P2 will be 100 into sine 150 upon sine 90. Therefore, you will get the value of P2 as 50 kilonewton, and T2 equals to 100 into sine 120 divided by sine 90. So you will get the value of T2 as 86.60 kilonewton. So this P2 is your minimum force that is required as 50 kilonewton if the angle of rope with ceiling remains 60-degree. Now we will go for third example. What is given? An electric lamp in street is having 50 Newton weight, is suspended by two wires of 4 meter and 3 meter length. Means here 50 Newton weight is suspended by two wires. This is your first wire and this is your second wire of 4 meter and 3 meter length. The horizontal distance between two fixed points are 5 meter. Means the horizontal distance between A point and C point is 5 meter. From which two wires are suspended? Means from A your one wire is suspended, and from C your another wire is suspended. Find out the tension in both the wires. We have to calculate the tension in both the wires. So first of all, we will go for value of theta 1 and theta 2, as both the values are unknown for us. Now from triangle A, B, C, we may write that from the three sides of triangle ABC, we will get 5 square equals to 3 square plus 4 square. So your angle B will be 90 degree. Hence, we are showing angle B as 90 degree. Now, we will go for tan theta 1 and tan theta 2. So, tan theta 1 equals to here. We are going for this theta 1. So, tan theta will be opposite, that is 4 upon adjacent, that is 3. So, tan theta 1 equals to 4 by 3. And similarly, tan theta 2 equals to, we are calculating this angle. So, opposite will be 3 upon adjacent will be your 4, 3 by 4. So, after solving this, you will get theta 1 as 53.12 degree and theta 2 as 36.86 degree. Now we have to plot the free body diagram as the angles between the forces had calculated over here. So here your first force, that is 50 Newton, and this is your second force that we have to find, that is tension in wire 1 T1, and here tension in wire 2, that is T2. So we achieved all the three forces. So we may apply the Lami's theorem. Angle between T1 and T2 is 90 degree. Angle between both the wire is 90 degree. So you will get this as 90 degree. Now theta 1 we had calculated over here as 53.12 degree. So the angle with the horizontal axis will be 53.12, and the angle between the horizontal axis and T2 force, that is theta 2, is 36.86 degree. So all the angles are calculated over here. Now we will go for Lami's theorem. What does it states? It states that each force is proportional to the sine of angle between the other two. So T1 upon sine equals to T2 upon sine equals to 50 upon sine. So T1, we are calculating this. So the angle between the other two force will be this. And as the fourth quadrant 90 degree plus 36.86 means you will get this value as 126.86 degree. Now for T2, the sine of angle between the other two forces. So this will be your 90 degree plus 53.12. So you will get as 143.12 degree. And lastly 50 kilonewton, and the angle between the other two forces, that is T1 and T2, will be your 90 degree. So this will be your sine 90 degree. So here we may write that T1 upon sine 126.86 degree equals to 50 upon sine 90, and T2 upon sine 143.12 degree equals to 50 upon sine 90. After cross multiplication, you will get the value of T1 as 40 Newton and the value of T2 as 30 Newton. So tension in the first wire is 40 Newton and tension in the second wire is 30 Newton. Now we will go for another example. A weight W is suspended from the ceiling with the help of a rope as shown in figure, means here. Find the value of weight W, means we have to calculate the value of weight W. So 100 Newton force is given and W is unknown, and we have to calculate the value of W. So first of all, we will consider the equilibrium of point C, as here 100 kilonewton is given. So first of all, we will consider the equilibrium of point C, and drawing the free body diagram for point C, we will get as 100 kilonewton in downward direction, and this will be your force FCD, drawing the free body diagram. So this will be your second force FCD, making an angle 60 degree with the horizontal axis, and this will go in upward direction. So FBC making an angle 30 degree. Here 30 degree is given, hence the opposite angle will be also 30 degree. So FBC. Now we will draw the free body diagram as given over here. So after plotting the free body diagram, we will go for Lami's theorem. So Lami's theorem, FCD upon sine equals to FBC upon sine equals to 100 upon sine. FCD, angle between the other two forces 90, plus this angle will be your 90, sorry, 30 plus 90, so you will get as 120 degree. FBC, angle between the other two will be over here, so 90 plus 60 degree, so you will get as 150 degree. And lastly 100 upon the angle between the other two, so this will be your 30 and this will be your 60 degree, so the angle between the other two will be 90 degree. Now FCD upon sine 120 degree equals to 100 upon sine 90 degree, and FBC upon sine 150 degree equals to 100 upon sine 90 degree. After cross multiplication, you will get the value of FCD as 100 into sine 120 upon sine 90, 86.6 kilo Newton, and the value of FBC will be FBC equals to 100 into sine 150 upon sine 90, so you will get the value of FBC as 50 kilo Newton. As we had achieved this value, so this will help us while solving the unknown value of capital W. So now we will consider the joint B, means here we are going for joint B, equilibrium of joint B. So here your W force that is given at joint B is unknown and we have to calculate over here. Then as this rope is connected with this support, so this force will be in upward direction, so we are writing as FAB, and since it is going downward and this force is going upward, means for the system to remain in equilibrium we have to move through downward direction for this force, that is FBC. So this will be your third force. Hence all the three forces we had indicated for the free body diagram. Now we will go for the angles. As FBC is making an angle 30 degree with the horizontal axis, so here 30 degree, and FAB is making an angle 45 degree with the horizontal axis, so you will get this as 45 degree. Hence the angle is 45 degree. Now we will apply Lami's theorem, that is W upon sine angle between the other two means this will be your angle 45 plus 90 plus 30. So you will get W upon sine 165 degree equals to FAB upon. So angle between the other two will be total is 90, and after deducting 30 degree you will get 60 degree. So sine 60 degree equals to FBC upon the angle between the other two. This is 45 and this is 90. So you will get sine 135 degree. Here W is unknown, but the value of FBC is already calculated by us as 50 kilonewton. Hence we may write as W upon sine 165 degree equals to FBC is nothing but 50 upon sine 135 degree, and FAB is still unknown upon sine 60 degree equals to FBC is 50 upon sine 135 degree. So after cross multiplication, you will get the value of W as 18.25 kilonewton and value of FAB as 61.24 kilonewton. Hence, the weight W, which is suspended from the ceiling with the help of the rope, is 18.25 kilonewton. Now we will go for another example, that is example number 5. A roller of weight W rests on a smooth inclined plane. Here the weight W is 1000 Newton, which is rest on a smooth inclined plane. It is kept from rolling down the plane by string AC. Means it is kept from rolling down the plane by string AC. Find the tension in the string. Means we have to calculate the tension for the string and the reaction at the point of contact D, and we have to calculate the reaction at point D, means here. So firstly we will go for free body diagram. So here your C point is there. Now weight W, that is given in downward direction as 1000 Newton. Then reaction at point of contact D will be in upward direction. So this will be a reaction at D. Then the tension in the string will be in upward direction, as your point of contact D is showing the reaction in first quadrant. Your W is in minus y axis, that is in downward direction. So your T will be in the second quadrant as well as in upward direction. So all the three forces has been plotted in the free body diagram. Now we will go for the angle. As the tension is making an angle 30 degree with the horizontal axis, so this will be your 30 degree, and the remaining angle will be 60 degree. 90 minus 30 equals to 60 degree, and the surface D is making an angle 45 degree with the vertical axis. So this will be your 45 with the vertical axis, and hence the remaining angle will be 45 degree. So here also it will be your 45 degree. All the angles has been denoted by us. Now we will apply Lami's theorem. So using Lami's theorem, T upon sine equals to RD upon sine equals to W, that is 1000 upon sine. So T force, the angle between the other two force, so 45 plus 90 degree, so it will be a sine 135 degree. For RD force, the angle between the other two force will be 30 degree plus 45 plus 45, so you will get as sine 120 degree, and 1000 upon the sine of the angle between the other two means 45 plus 60, so it will be your 105 degree. Now T upon sine 135 degree equals to 1000 upon sine 105 degree, and RD upon sine 120 degree equals to 1000 upon sine 105 degree. So after cross multiplication, you will get the value of T as 1000 into sine 135 upon sine 105. You will get T as 731.88 Newton. This T is nothing but tension in the string, and RD equals to 1000 into sine 120 upon sine 105. So you will get the value of RD as 896.48 Newton. This RD is nothing but your reaction at point D. So by this way, you have to apply the Lami's theorem, and you may achieve the unknown value that lies in the string, or maybe at the contact surface, or maybe at the reaction supports. So what is Lami's theorem? We had discussed in the previous lecture also that if three coplanar forces acting at a point B in equilibrium, then each force is proportional to the sine of angle between the other two. So after applying Lami's theorem, you have to calculate the unknown values that is required for the particular example. Just remember one thing, before applying Lami's theorem, always draw the free body diagram. This free body diagram will help you for solving the example easily. Thank you. In the next lecture, we will go for examples related to Lami's theorem.